Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying the Falangista Perdigon. It's an excellent little nymph. It's obviously Spanish Perdigon, catches fish all over, trout, grayling, coarse fish eat it. Just a colour scheme, but it's one that's well worth having in your box. As always, we'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anybody that wants to support the channel. Get access to the monthly fly tying classes, as well as being entered into the giveaways. You can also like the video, watch them to the end, that all helps the channel. So I've got my hook and my vise. This is a 16 Hanak 450 BL. I've got a 3mm silver bead. You can obviously change the size of the hook, so from 14 to 20 probably is about right, and change the bead. You can really oversize the bead if you want. These flies are for getting down quick. I've run on some black. This is just uni. If you tie right-handed, you might prefer a flat thread to help you keep it smooth, but I don't think there's any problem using the uni generally. Obviously it's black. Now I'm going to get some Coq de Leon for my tail. Say, I don't know, 4 or 5 strands. You don't need to count them, but keep it sparse. If it's 6, it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to just measure these up, and I only want them the length of what the body of the fly is going to be. Right? I don't like big long tails on Perdigons. A big long tail is just more drag, which defeats the purpose. I don't even know if you can see that tail. You can, but it's there. It's in there. I'll just cut my waist so it's coming up to the back of the bead. So we've got a nice smooth body. I don't want any bumps. Just got to wind forward and touch and turns, catching all that in. A wee bit of fuzz there. I'm just going to take it away because any fluff or anything that really sticks out when you varnish or put the resin on them. Now on the way back down, I'm going to catch in some red holographic, small, and again I'm going to cover it in touch and turns. Just take my time, keeping that body nice and smooth, nice and flat. When you're happy, stopping right at the start of the bend, I'll come forward again. I'm just going to build a very, very slight taper. I'm going to come back to the sort of 3/4 mark, take an open turn, come forward, then I'll come back again to where I'm going to catch in my tinsel, and that's enough, right? Something that, I mean, I was guilty of it when I first started tying Perdigons, overdoing it with the thread. A lot of people do. Keep them sparse, keep them slim, so that they can sink quickly. So I'm going to take this tinsel, I'm just going to wind it forward, creating a wee red tag about 1/4 of the length of the body. I'll just come across my thread, catch it in. Now this, because it's a flat tinsel, it will try to go round on you, but if you just give it a wee pull upwards, then it will behave. Again, touch and turns. I don't want to go back and forward on this. Come in, trim that waist away. up to the bead, and then back a couple of turns so I've got space for my whip finish, and that will just thicken the collar very slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes me right against the bead. Pull that nice and tight. Now again, to stop your thread leaving a tag, if you sort of pull forward towards the knot, put it under a wee bit of tension, and you just come in and slice, and the tag end will sort of spring back into the knot. It'll be nice and smooth, no fuzz, no fluff. Now, finishing them, you can use varnish, you can use UV resin. I'm going to use UV resin on this one, but I honestly don't think the UV resin is any better than varnish. I don't even know that it's actually quicker, because you need to, rather than just taking the fly off the vise and leaving it to dry, you need to pick up your light. But it's up to you. I'm just going to make sure I've got a nice coating all the way around, and use something thin, whatever it is, even if it is varnish. A couple of thin coats is better than a big heavy gloop. And then I'm just going to turn this a couple of times to let it sort of level, and then I'll hit it with the light. Making sure it's set all the way around. And then I've got a couple of wee low spots, so we'll just come in again. Sort of run that on. The resin will flow around the fly much easier on the second coat because it's on the smooth surface. Now just again, just make sure, set your shape. Don't get it on the tail, but make sure that tinsel's protected. And then a couple of turns, and then set it up, and there you've got a very, very effective, very fast sinking fly, great for fast tumbly bits of water where you need to get in quick, and it just catches fish. It's an all year fly as well. 12 months it will catch fish. So there you go, that's the Falangista. Sometimes you see folk tying these and calling them other things, but it's the Falangista. So I hope that was useful, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit the like button, and we'll see you for another video. Till then guys, bye.